You might not notice it, but your legs have already started to fail you, slowly, quietly, without warning. And the reason isn't age. This isn't normal aging, as someone at the clinic or on TV might have once told you. It's the result of daily habits you repeat every day without thinking. Habits that first weaken muscles, then disrupt circulation, and eventually turn you into someone beyond the help of pills, massages, or doctor's promises. Do you think you have time? That this doesn't apply to you? Listen to this story. Margaret, 73, lived in Seattle. An ordinary, active woman. She spent her life caring for others. Home, garden, knitting, looking after grandchildren. Never complained. But one day she noticed. Her legs felt like jelly. They buckled. Sometimes, after sitting for a long time, it was hard to stand up. She shrugged. Age? And continued living as usual. 6 months later, she fell at home, just walking to the kitchen. Hip fracture. Unsuccessful surgery. And now, Margaret is in a nursing home. Not because she had a diagnosis. Not because she had cancer or a stroke. But because she sat too long. And realized too late that this wasn't rest. It was the beginning of the end. Do you want to follow her path? The first habit you need to stop immediately. Prolonged sitting. Right now, you might be sitting on the couch, or in an armchair, maybe with a cup of tea. You're tired, that's understandable. You need rest, no one disputes that. But if you sit more than 6 hours a day, and most people aged 70 plus sit for 8 to 10 hours, your legs literally start to deteriorate from the inside. Why? It's simple. Circulation slows down. Leg muscles don't get enough blood flow, meaning nutrition worsens. Muscle mass decreases. You don't feel it immediately. But gradually, legs become weak, even if you're not sick. Joints lose flexibility. When you don't move, synovial fluid stagnates and ligaments lose elasticity, and you don't notice it until it's too late. One awkward step to the bathroom, one stumble in the hallway, one misstep on the stairs, and you're off your feet. You're lying down. And nothing depends on you. Medical statistics don't lie. After 70, every fall can be the last in terms of independence. It's not just the bone that breaks. Your autonomy does. And suddenly, you're no longer the master of your life, just someone to be cared for, or not cared for. It's not up to you, but everything can change. Right now. Set a timer. Stand up every 30 minutes. Take 20 steps around the room. Stretch your legs, flex your feet, toes, calves. This isn't a workout. This isn't sports. This is your only chance to save your legs, and your freedom, and dignity. If you think it ends with one habit, you're deeply mistaken. What truly destroys your mobility hides in the next habit, which most don't even suspect. It's the one that renders a person helpless even before they end up in the hospital. More on this in the second part. If you still tell yourself, "I'm just aging," stop. It's not true. It's a convenient excuse that slowly but surely leads you toward dependency and weakness. Aging isn't about frailty. It's not a sentence. The real problem isn't the number in your passport. The real problem is that you've stopped moving like a person and started living like furniture, standing, sitting, lying down, repeating the same thing day after day. And you're not alone. Thousands of people over 70 live in a closed loop. The same routes: kitchen, bathroom, bed. Rarely the living room. Sometimes the balcony. They call the doctor, to the door, take pills, in the armchair, everything else, within a few steps. Here it is, the second habit that quietly kills your legs. Moving only between mandatory points. It seems you're not lying down. It seems you're doing something, but your brain, your body, your muscles know the truth. It's not enough. It's degradation. Why? Leg muscles need load. Monotonous steps between walls don't engage all muscle groups. Lack of changing positions and surfaces means joints don't adapt, don't strengthen, but rather lock up. The heart stops receiving activation signals from leg muscles, and this means the whole body suffers: brain, blood pressure, immunity. Consider this. How often do you truly exert your legs? When was the last time you felt your calf muscle, knee joint, thigh working? If you can't remember, it means these body parts are already losing functionality. And soon, with any change in pressure, any uneven surface, you'll simply lose balance. And after that, one step, falling. And not in a metaphorical sense. Remember how you used to move. You got up, squatted, bent over, walked upstairs on uneven ground, on sand, on snow. Different loads, that's what kept your muscles alive. Now that's gone. You're always in one position, always on a flat floor, always on the verge of weakening. And you know what's most frightening? The longer you do this, the harder it is to get out. The brain starts to accept this state as normal. And at some point, you simply won't want to get up, even if you can. But it's not too late yet. What to do? Set a simple but mandatory rule. Go outside twice a day for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Can't go out? Walk 20 laps around the apartment, slowly, with focus. Rise onto your toes, slightly bend your knees, step sideways. Use every movement as an opportunity to restore what's slipping away. This isn't a workout. This is self-defense against degradation. And it's not a whim. It's your chance to maintain independence, so you don't one day wake up in a room where everything is decided for you. Because when you stop moving, you stop living fully. But that's not the end. There's one habit that almost no one takes seriously. It seems harmless, even cozy. But it's the one that can break your mobility in a second and forever change your entire life. More on this in the next part. This is going to be tough, but if you started this video, it means you're ready to hear the truth. Not comfort, not reassurance, but an honest talk about what could cost you your freedom, your health, and your dignity. Please, stay with me until the end. George was 78. He lived alone in Arizona. Every morning he started with exercises. He considered himself fit, even a little proud that he could still outpace the young folks. Until one morning, he slipped on the bathroom tile, broke his hip. The phone was in the other room. No help. He lay there for 36 hours on the cold tile, alone, in pain, dehydrated. When they found him, he could no longer move one leg. His son placed him in a care facility. Today, George can't get out of bed without assistance, and his son works 2 jobs to pay for his care. George wasn't weak. He wasn't a man in a chair. He just overlooked one small detail. The third habit that slowly destroys your legs after 70 is wearing the wrong footwear at home. You might think it's no big deal. What difference does it make what I wear on my feet if I'm just walking around the house? You might say. But believe me, the difference is between safety and injury, between freedom and disability. Here's how it works. Soft, cheap slippers don't support your feet. Your foot shifts around, balance is disrupted. Slippery soles, especially on tile, linoleum, or laminate, turn every step into a fall risk. Worn-out materials don't absorb shock. Your joints suffer micro-injuries. Lack of arch support throws off the biomechanics of your entire leg, from heel to knee to hip. And the most dangerous part, you don't feel it right away. Your brain starts working around the problem, engaging extra muscles, straining your lower back, making you shuffle or hold on to walls, and you think, I guess it's just age catching up with me. No, it's not age. It's your footwear. Every step in those slippers causes microscopic damage to your ligaments, joints, and tendons. It's a fall that simply hasn't happened yet, but it will. And more often than not, it happens in the most ordinary situations. Morning. Bathroom. kitchen. That's where 80% of elderly household injuries occur. What should you do? Throw out anything soft, worn, or slippery. Buy anatomical indoor shoes or sneakers with firm heel support, non-slip soles, arch support. If you have balance issues, consider models with a back strap or heel guard for stability. This isn't about style. This isn't about comfort. This is about survival. Because one fall can destroy everything you've built over decades. Your independence, your loved ones' respect, your sense of dignity. But even if you've already addressed sitting, activity, and footwear, there's still one more enemy. The most dangerous one. Because it lives inside you. It's not something you do with your hands or feet. It's something you decided in your mind. And it's that very belief that robs people of mobility, energy, and the right to make their own choices. That belief will be the focus of the final part. You can still walk. For now, you can still climb stairs, bend over, move around. For now. But the real question isn't what you can do today. The real question is, how long will that last if you keep living the way you are now? Among all the habits that slowly take away your mobility, there's one, the most subtle, the most destructive. It has no weight, no smell. You can't touch it, because it lives inside your head. It's the belief, it's too late for me to start. You don't say it out loud, but you think it every day. When you see exercises online, you wave it off. That's not for me. When you hear about new habits, you shrug. At my age? It's too late. And here's the scary part. That thought isn't just a mistake. It's a sentence. Because the moment you say too late, you've put a period on your life. You stop fighting. You stop looking for solutions. You stop trying. Stop changing. Stop living. Now think. Who suffers because of that period? Your children, your grandchildren, your loved ones. They silently watch as you give up, as you stop getting up in the morning on time, as you decline a walk, as you don't want to worry about shoes, as you lock yourself inside four walls and slowly fade away. And then someone has to care for you, change your sheets, bathe you, lift you, monitor you. Someone has to leave their job, give up their career, move away from their own family. All because you couldn't find the strength to get up. Because you decided, it's too late. You think you're only living for yourself? No. Every choice you make shapes your family's future. Love isn't an endless resource. And if you don't help yourself, one day, love will turn into exhausting duty. Now tell me, do you really want to leave behind a burden instead of a memory? Do you want your name to be associated not with strength, not with wisdom, not with willpower, but with a shadow everyone feared to lose but didn't know how to hold on to? It's not too late to start. Never. You can turn things around even if you're 80, even if you're 90. As long as you're conscious, you can make decisions. As long as you're standing, you can take a step. As long as you're alive, you can choose to surrender or to fight. What to do right now? Stand up, seriously, right now. Walk slowly around the room. Feel your legs. Look at your indoor shoes. Are they support or a threat? Set a timer. In 30 minutes, get up and walk again. Write this phrase on a piece of paper. I live as long as I move. And hang it on the wall. You might think these are little things, but life is made of little things. Choose to be active or to be supervised, to be independent or become someone's responsibility, to be strong or to be pitied. Old age isn't the end. It's a final exam of maturity. And right now, you may be holding your last chance to pass it with dignity. Don't waste it.